when you sit there at the table, if the kids turn around and moan because of what, you know it's important that they know that this just hasn't appeared, that someone's done this, someone's gone to, taken their own journey to get to this point.
I think the petition sort of is one of these indicators, isn't it, of where we've come from. And it can tell a lot to young people today about what has gone on in the past to have achieved what we've achieved already. And to also sort of say, this is, the journey continues, we will continue changing things and challenging things and having successes and failures.
Passion combined with determination. And those women had grit. It may not have been popular at the time, and sometimes movements are not, and sometimes it takes great courage. But passion combined with determination, never give up. It's a great message.
But what we do want them to know is, hey, there's something that I might have to give back in this equation, because I need to recognise that this hasn't just come from nowhere. And that moment that your child says, as you're putting them down to bed, goes, "Mama he puku mahi koe, Mama, you're a hard worker. He nui wau mahi ma mātou, you do a lot for us." You think, okay, all those other meals, it's worth it.
It was only in my grandmother's time that the vote was got. Now, admittedly, I'm now 75, but that's not so long ago, and it's within the living memory of myself and my family, including my granddaughters.
There are lots of women out there that don't think there is a problem. There are lots of men out there that don't see or think that there is a problem. What I want to be able to do is raise the issues into normal conversations that we are having around Parliament, around schools, around communities, and around the kitchen table, to actually say there are still issues and we need to address them.
I think there are really important lessons going on for young people today to sort of think about how people would have organised themselves in the past and how that can translate into their lives. It's great.
Lots of people around the world don't want to be in the countries that they currently live in, and they are screaming to try and get to another country to have a lifestyle that they can at least raise their children and feel safe in. We have that country, but we need to make sure that it's even better for anyone that wants to be here.
I think we keep having the right to build heritage for the future. That's what I hope the current generations do. It's certainly what my generation did, and I see no reason why it would ever stop.
We have to get young people engaged in what are the real issues. How do we build communities of purpose? How do we develop an environment that our children and our children's children have the capacity to enjoy and actually to embrace? So that's the biggest challenge to me going forward, and we're very dependent on our young people, our young women, to realise that the history that lies behind them is what gives them the strength to actually do something about it.